Hello YouTube pipe community, OTC Piper. Got another cigar review I've been telling you about. Trying to get these cigars reviewed so I can get them done, get them lit and everything before they start drying out. Because I normally don't bother me. I just the last time I was there, kind of had some impulses with some of these, and the last cigar review I did, that was a good cigar, and I'm glad I took advantage of it. This is the Liga de la Casa Kafie 1901. I had not heard about it before I went into the shop. See if you can get it to focus on it. Last time it didn't really work out. There we go. Okay. This is a Honduras. I don't smoke a whole lot of Honduras cigars because I try to, I'll look for the Nicaraguans. Those are my favorite. Just kind of get a little note of the stick before I light it. It's got a sweetness to it, but not like a flavored sweetness. That's one thing. The Honduras cigars, in my opinion, tend to be a little bit more mellow than some of the Nicaraguans, and even some of the Dominicans. To me, kind of are partway in between the Honduras and the Nicaraguans. They all, there are some great cigars that come out of Honduras, Dominican Republic, Nicaragua alike. Sometimes there's, different, qualities in all three of the countries that produce them. But for the most part, I've had a good opportunity to find a lot of good, affordable sticks in all the classes. This is a medium, just about a medium-bodied cigar. It seems like. Doesn't seem like it's quite as heavy as the last one that I did. I'm gonna go ahead and punch it real quick. And I do have my coffee here ready to go. There we go. We're going to do a little bit of this review and then chat a bit. It's a little lighter than what I expected when I was getting a note of the unlit cigar. It's good for an early morning like it is right now. To me, it's this is my mid-afternoon, I guess you would say. But it is, as I'm doing this video, about 4:30 in the morning. It's definitely a very smooth cigar. Not quite as complex as a lot of the Nicaraguan cigars that I'm used to, and that's not a bad thing. There's certainly a time and a event for something a little bit more simple. And not to say this is a simple stick at all. This is a very I could taste the quality. It's got a great draw. It lit very evenly. It's burning well. and one that I would highly recommend. I could see myself buying this again. Now knowing what it is, I would know the occasion for it. It's light without, having the absence of a good rich bottom end. And the flavoring, there's no flavoring, but the flavor of the cigar is light and subtle. I would say this would be a good cigar if you were at an event with a lot of people present that may be put off by a stronger cigar. Let me see if I can get my autocorrect to focus back. I'm sorry about that. Autofocus. But yeah, if you were in a place, maybe an event where there were some other people around that may be bothered by a stronger cigar, this would be a good cigar to take to that event. So there you have it on the review. There's a housekeeping I was going to do before, and I just figured I would put that off for a little bit now. I've got this review done. I just thought we'd chat for a little while. Try not to make this too long. I'm definitely not going to keep you for the entire length of this stick. But had a interesting turn of events today. I wanted to get some, I got off Friday morning. I was going to, put out a video, and I was going to crash, get up and do some work. I've been wanting to get some work done out here in my shop. It's slowly turning into a lounge. I'm trying to get it there. But I wound up, I wound up going to sleep. I went out, had breakfast / lunch with my family. And then I came home. I went to bed for a little while. My wife told me her and my daughter were going to go to my mother's to help her out with some things. My mother does a lot of crafting with her time now. Something that she's always been in, even when I was a young boy. She's been into crafting and DIY, kind of stuff. And there's a craft festival or something going on here in town tomorrow, so she was getting a bunch of stuff cranked up. She kind of is doing on the side, kind of boutique-y type of craft business, and she's getting this stuff, all these little projects done, so she can put on her craft booth. And she's promoting she does a lot of custom graphics and things like that. She likes to do that, and I appreciate her for doing the things that she wants to do with her time now. She put a lot into, raising me and all of my siblings and everything. I'm glad that she has time to hang back and kind of do her thing for, now when that, we're grown and out of the house. So I wake up about 11 p.m. Friday night, and she's nowhere in the house, and I had no idea she was going to be this long. Okay, so I was worried about it. Her phone went straight to voicemail. My daughter's phone went straight to voicemail. I called my mother to see if maybe they were still over there. She didn't answer the phone either. So I get up and I get dressed and I go over there. That's the last place I knew she was. I was just checking on her. Still there. So she's still there doing the crafting stuff. And so I go in there and I'm visiting a little bit. I get hooked in and roped in to helping with this stuff. So I'm sitting there doing vinyl lettering on some of the stuff that she's needing for her thing to I guess this morning. So I get roped into that, and I'm thinking, I really wanted to come and get some work done here because I got to help some other family later on today. I'm probably not gonna sleep much until tonight, and I got to get out here in a couple hours and get on the road and help them do some stuff. But so I just thought that was funny. I didn't intend to get wrapped up in all that, and here I just go over to check on everybody, and now I'm doing stenciling and lettering and vinyl graphics. So funny how life is sometimes. Throws you curveballs on. anyways, that was my excitement for the for the day. And so I get back here, and there's still some things I want to do. Once I wrap up this video, I'm going to finish the cigar while I get some other things done before I leave to do my other stuff for today. And there's going to be some additions, as I get some of my junk hauled out of here and transition this more into a lounge area for piping and cigars and things such as that. I'm working with getting some other seating. Right now, I kind of have about a 42-inch square table that when we got it set up when me and Catholic Pipester did a joint mantle, same table and everything. Just kind of kept it out here, and I do a lot of my videos right here from my little nook behind me. I'm going to try to get some things set up over there, and working on some lighting, some better lighting than what we have, so we can, going into some of the deeper topics of discussion, as I've started to do, and I will plan to do in the future. We might work on some ambient lighting that suits the topic, and maybe something a little bit brighter for the everyday, day-to-day stuff. So that's coming up. Hopefully next video I can have some of that ready to display. So I can get this going again. There we go. Still very good. I do have coming up, I've started a little calendar of events here. And I'm trying to organize things, and so I don't forget what I've done or what I plan to do. So I got some blend reviews I'm going to be trying to crank out when I get back later on tonight, and Sunday night when I'm waiting for the early morning so I can prepare for the night shift again. We are going to do another deep discussion video. I'm looking forward to it. It's another one I've taken out of my Civil War book. I told you before. I'm trying to get dust off some of my history reading and literary stuff that I've been interested in the past, and it's just kind of taking a back seat to career stuff, and it's time now that I start getting that stuff back out and it's going to be out of this book. It's a Civil War book. It's not necessarily written and structured by scholars. This is being a lover of the arts, of the various kinds. I picked this up a while back, and it's a very good read. It's a Civil War short stories and poems. Okay, and you can always get a good perspective of the history from a good sourced book, from good scholarly backgrounds and historians and things such as that. But this one kind of gives it to you from the perspective of the soldiers, stuff that they've written, and stuff that really meant something to them while they were fighting this rather gruesome and bloody war. I mean, I know they're all gruesome and bloody, but there's something, as I was reading through this book during some of my off-camera and downtime, we're gonna get into that this weekend. Hopefully, I'll have a chance to get that set up. So that's coming up. Just kind of showing you that book. I was anyone interested in such a thing, I think you're really gonna like a book like this. I've got several that come from more of the well-educated writers of the history, and I appreciate those as well. Sometimes it's good to get this kind of perspective from it, though. So we'll be going from that hopefully this weekend. So that's about all I've got now. I got my blend review set up, and I said before in one of my videos, I was wanting to do a periodic pipe chat devotional. I'm going to get those set up. I would like to do one. I'm going to do it once a month. I have this set up for at the end of the month, so that you know, as you go through the month and you can look back and reflect on some things, the goings on and things like that, it you know, it kind of rounds off the month and prepares for, you know, good fresh start of the next month. I set that up on July 29th. I have it on my calendar. I'm going to get that done on July 29th. I set that up for that date just because I'm off on that date, and the 30th and 31st I'm working on as my schedule exists as we speak. So that's the last day that I'll have, you know, before the next month starts. So anyways, that's what's coming up. Just thought I'd chat a little bit and while I finish this cigar. I've been talking a little bit, and no, I still got a good burn on it. There we go. So I'm gonna sign off and try to get some work done, and we'll see you again soon. Until then, OTC Piper, wishing everybody all the best. Here's to good times, a warm pipe, and good cigar.